Hello and welcome to Shop Talk with Dan the Man. In today's video we visit phase 3 of my shop renovations. The first week we did the electrical, insulation, and vapor barrier. Then phase 2 we got into the paneling, and we also moved the shop around to start the other side. And phase 3, which is this video, we're going to dive into the ceiling. So we have to install insulation, vapor barrier. So stay tuned to find out more. Hello, if you're new to this channel, my name is Dan Shannon. I enjoy woodworking as a hobby and being out in the shop. On this channel, dive deep into my shop as we explore tools and tool reviews, as well as chatting about everything related to woodworking. If this grabs you by the tool belt, please subscribe to my channel if you want more videos like this. Welcome back to phase 3 of my shop. As you can see here, I got the wall done by the window on the opposite side of the shop. There's the first side that was done, and now I'm to the opposite side. So I got all the walls done, all the paneling up. It's taken a while. It's actually extremely cold out here right now. It's about close to minus 20, I guess. It's sheltered because I'm in the shop. I'm outside with the wind, so it is a bit warmer, but it is very frigid out here, which is more important why I get my shop insulated and up and running with some heat. So today's task, if I can brave the cold, is my ceiling. So I'm gonna get that insulated, vapor barriered, all sealed in. Now I have to figure out at some point, maybe not today, but I need an opening here, as you can see in the center, so I can access the loft area for storage purposes. So I got to figure that out for this particular moment in time. I think I'll just seal it in with some insulation, and then in the spring I'll cut that open again and reassess it. Maybe do a little drop door with some hinges. I'll figure something out. But for now, just to heat up the shop, get the heat on, and get it warm in here. So that's the goal. And you can see here the wiring for the panel. That won't be done until probably closer to the spring, because I have to dig outside the wire from the house. But for now, I got all the wires ready for the panel. So that's all done and set up. So like I said before, you can see the shop here. I have to do this in stages, move everything, panel everything, move everything, panel everything. It's a bit of a back and forth battle, but I'm working on it, and I wanted to show you guys what you can do with your shop at some point. And I wanted to do a shout out to my wife's grandfather. We call him Granddad. So thanks, Granddad, for the paneling. This was paneling he left over in his house, and he just kind of stored it in his shop for someday where it might be used again. And here it is. It's being used again in my shop. You can see it's a little mismatched. It's not all the same, but in my shop I might eventually paint it or do something aesthetically to change it. But for now, it doesn't matter. It works, covers the wall, keeps me from getting into the insulation, keeps maybe even critters, mice, etc., squirrels and whatnot, from getting into my shop and getting into the insulation. So it's a good deterrent all the way around, and it looks really nice. I like the way it looks on the shop, the lines and whatnot. So I'm very happy with it, very pleased. Thanks again for the material. All right, let's jump into the ceiling, see if I can tackle that today. I'll keep you posted. Okay, if you see here, I'm starting my ceiling, and the trusses above are not spaced out the exact distance.
So I have to measure each one and then cut the insulation and make sure it fits. You don't want it too bulky up there. You want to cut it just the right width for each piece so it breathes nice and it also won't squish up and give you proper insulating. And yeah, after I'm done this side, this will be the far right hand side, I have to move the bench over and get everything resituated so I can start on the other side. So it is a process in my shop to get everything done. So now that I have my bench moved back to the wall on the right hand side, I can start the process with my insulating on the left hand side. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm getting everything set up. I had to cut a piece of 2x4 for the ceiling on the far backhand corner because there was nothing to screw the ceiling in later on. So you have to make sure you do all the framing correctly so that when you have everything installed, you have something to mount your ceiling boards to, whether it's drywall or paneling or whatever you use for the ceiling at a later date. Yeah, I'm just getting the insulation all set up on the left-hand side. I'm not sure how many of you have stapled plastic up by yourself for vapor barrier, but it's not easy. It's quite tricky to keep it nice and tight as you're moving along, trying to get the insulation in its proper place. So this is not perfect and this is not a how-to video, but at the end of the day, the insulation is in the ceiling where it needs to be and the plastic is sealed and covering everything. So once I get the paneling or drywall, I'm not sure yet what I'll use. I might use tongue and groove spruce for the ceiling or pine. I got a few options, but when I do that you won't see the plastic. So you know, like I said, by myself it is hard to keep everything tight as you're going along, but did the best I could, and yeah, I think it turned out all right. Thanks for watching phase 3 of my shop talk renovation. I did the electrical, then we moved on to the insulation, vapor barrier, paneling for the walls, and then I finished up with the ceiling and vapor barrier. So I'm going to plan on maybe putting some tongue and groove pine or spruce that I mentioned here in the video. I'm not sure what I'll do quite yet for the ceiling, and that will probably be a future project, nothing anytime soon. But if you like today's video, please give me a like, a thumbs up, and if you're not and you like to be part of the Shop Talk family, please click on that subscribe button below. We'd love to have you on board, and like I always say, no matter how big or how small your shop is, just get out and enjoy it. And if you do need some renovations done, maybe these videos would inspire you to flip your shop into something a little bit more useful and a little bit warmer for your time out there. So thanks for watching, and have yourself a great day.